Welcome back.
I'll just hold it.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Welcome back to Talkin' Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
It's exciting tonight. We are live. We're doing a live podcast. We would do these twice a month, one for our other show, Three Gossip Girls, one for Talkin' Texas Forever. We live record on podcast, and then our Upper East Siders tier of Patreon gets to view it.
So hey guys in the chat.
So hey everyone, we're so glad you're here. It's also very exciting because Liz and I are together in person.
I know. We're just discussing how we felt like we haven't been together in person podcasting in so long.
The thing is, it feels like it's more for Gossip Girl, which makes sense because we were doing that show longer, but this show got off on a little rocky start in terms of us being together.
Yeah.
So last time we were together for this show was with my sister and Bobby.
Right.
I guess was two
weeks-ish ago.
Feels like forever.
Yeah, well, we did take a break.
Because I was traveling.
Right. And then, yeah, so it just worked out that way.
Yeah, and then we had a couple COVID scares, and then I had COVID. So it was
so it's like
fun.
You know, just being safe.
That's right. But we're back. We're discussing Season 1, Episode 7, Homecoming. Original air date November 14th, 2006. Written by David Hudgens and directed by Patrick Norris.
Oh, Patrick Norris, another crossover.
That's right. Summary for this episode. One team, one heart. It's homecoming in Dillon, Texas, as alumni reunite and the team prepares for the undefeated Larrabee Lions. Tyra and Billy mix it up as they plan the after-game party to end all parties. On the field, Smash feels the pressure when he gets his one chance to impress a college recruiter.
Oh, poor Smash.
Oh my goodness, I know. Last week, the 4 words I gave you were scouts, party, suspicion, appearance.
Yeah, I was like, Matt's dad's coming.
It's so cute. That's why I was like, okay, I like where you're going.
I can go with that. I mean, I wasn't far off. I mean, as far as homecoming party, that makes sense. Scouts makes sense.
Right. The suspicion was...
Jason, which we knew he would be suspicious.
Right.
I knew it wouldn't come out in this episode.
You did call that.
I did predict that.
Yeah.
But it's brewing, and it gets worse and worse, especially Tim with this whole, I love you, bro, you're my brother. Like, oh...
And
oh my God,
and we'll get into it, but Tim is also just so inspired by Lila and what she says to him. So
yeah, it woke him up.
It did. Before we get into this episode, I found this quote from Sonia Saraya. I apologize. You won't listen to this, but they're a writer for the AV Club. And they said this about Friday Night Lights, which to me sums up this show perfectly for me, which is one of the best things about Friday Night Lights is that it makes football and football problems interesting to non-football people.
Yeah.
And I read that and I was like, this is the quote for me for this show.
Right. Because, I mean, neither of us care too much about football.
Right.
I mean, I'll dabble if it's on and then I'm like, all right. But like, so yeah, seeing these kids and even the adults of the coach and everything and just how that plays a big part, like relationships and all the outside factors that play a part in being on a football team in high school. I mean, and such a very intense, well-known football team. Like this is all the town has.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great summary.
It's a great quote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Episode opens up. It's homecoming, and it's also welcome back the alumni.
Yeah, I was super confused.
I know. Liz is like, is this a flashback episode? I was like,
well,
no.
I said, I'm like, okay, watching it, and then Michelle goes, yeah, this is the alumni from 2000. And I was like, wait, are we in 2000? She's like, no, it's just the alumni. I'm like, are we seeing a flashback? And she's like, no, again, it's just the alumni.
And then halfway through the episode, she goes, is this 2006 or are we in 2000? I was like, oh my goodness.
No, but then I was like,
oh boy.
Is this show in 2006? And you're like, yes, in real time in 2006, this is when the show aired. I'm like, okay, I finally got it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so the whole town is celebrating. It feels like a festival.
It does.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
We get introduced to Lucas, the man-eater Mize. He played in the 2000 state championship game. He catches up with Coach and Tammy and tells them that he lives in Dallas selling insurance and he has his own agency. So it seems like he's doing really well. He then talks to Smash and he tells him about scouts and he tells Coach, like, what are you doing? You need to hook your players up.
Yeah.
And specifically tells him about Grady Hunt. And so Smash meets Hunt and tells him that not only does he want to be on the list, he wants to be number one.
I mean, that's Smash in a nutshell is always a need to be number one. So,
right. Do you hear that?
You guys hear the cats?
That's Liam. I wonder if it'll make an appearance. I put this on my story yesterday. Sidebar, cat chat. Here we go. My cat, Liam, when he has a toy in his mouth, makes this guttural sound of, that's actually Sully. It's
no,
like,
that's Sully eating.
And I'm sure it'll come through.
Yeah. They always saying before, like every cat has their own
specific
pitch and sound, and you're like, oh, that's Liam.
You know exactly who's speaking.
No, but when Sully eats, why is she doing that?
And like, oh, is she dying? No, that's just what she
it's
sounds
so
like.
strange.
It's very strange. Okay, so let's talk about Grady Hunt. He is the guy to know. He puts together the list. He's one of the recruiters. He's now at the game this week.
I've seen this dude before in things. I feel like he's definitely played a role kind of like this in things.
Okay, I thought you were like, I've seen him in this show.
No,
like,
not in this show. Not in the show.
Maybe in a flashback episode. Twilight Zone episode. Lila and Tim have a quick interaction. Tim's drunk and it's before 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Lila's judging.
She's so turned off. I was like, wow, how the mighty have fallen. We were once attracted and now it's gone.
Well, she's playing that she just feels bad for him. And Tim wishes he hated her because it would make the whole situation a lot better and easier. Right. This conversation really hits hard because Tim decides that he's going to quit drinking. He turns down beers from his brother, which
he shouldn't be giving him.
Well, that's besides the point because Billy doesn't even believe he'll stay sober. Right. And Tim's doing his best. He's working hard. He's working out hard. He's working well on the field and he's staying focused, which we see him in the locker room. Like everyone's like, oh my God, he's going to
kill himself. He's going to give himself an aneurysm. Yeah. He's really, I mean, it was like him and Smash almost like having like a workout-a-thon. Like verse each other. Right. Like who's going to lift the most weight. Right. And then, because you don't realize they're kind of competing on the same team, but then in the end, it's like Tim's like, well, no, actually, you're failing. I'm going to.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
But he doesn't view, view it that way. It just like pushed him to like actually show his potential.
I mean, and really, Tim is motivated because Lila now views him as scum. And is judging him hard. And so this kind of strikes a chord. Oh, okay. We didn't even get into her yet.
I know.
Throwing the shade. Meanwhile, I feel like I have agita now. I have agita from my ginger lemon tea.
Oh, really?
To the exact opposite. We're a mess. Okay, so meanwhile, Billy and Tyra decide they're going to throw the party of all parties, an anti-homecoming party.
I had so many questions. Like, Michelle, how do they know each other? Why are they so chummy? I have a bad feeling. She's like, just watch.
Just wait. Okay, so Mindy, new character alert, is Tyra's sister. She works in the bar where Billy and Tyra were speaking about.
I assume Billy goes to this bar a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where Mindy works. And Billy was saying that people he've known has thrown parties in outside neighboring towns for college parties, and they charge, $20 a head, and they make a lot of money.
Yeah, they do.
So when Billy's telling Tyra about this inspires her, and she's like, well, we should do this. So they find a location that isn't in town, but they're going to charge money per head. And Mindy will be there with 10 of her closest friends as hostess. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how that goes. So we see them hanging out a lot in this episode. And what I really like about this pairing, hanging out, if you will, is that we're learning about the Riggins background.
Yes. We finally got some information. His parents are not dead.
No.
They just both have left.
Right. And Billy explains that he played football in high school, but he was also really well at playing golf.
Yes.
And when 9/11 happened, and then their dad took off around Christmas time, and so then Tim had to go and live with Billy. And their mom just was never really around. She never came to any of the football games, and she was always drinking and smoking. So really, the parenting wasn't there.
No.
And Billy had to step in as parental unit.
Right, which is not really working.
Well, I mean, it's like working for them, but is it the best influence?
No.
I think you called him the enabler.
Oh, he's an enabler.
Yeah, because Tim comes in and sees Tyra and Billy hanging out, and they offer him a beer, and he's like, no, I'm good. And he's like, what are you doing here, Tyra? Never mind, I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
But did you clock that she was like, you quit drinking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm assuming by the way that you all that have seen the show feel about Billy is that he's not that creeper.
No.
But you get an impression about him from the jump, I feel, at least in this episode.
Well,
and he wasn't acting inappropriate towards Tyra. I didn't think I just felt like he's just kind of like this kind of like Lucas, where he yes, I know we have a lot of Lucases on this network.
Yeah, we do.
Kind of how, you know, and how Tammy says, like, you're big in high school and then they don't have any coping skills. You throw them out after they graduate and they don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Billy is. Obviously, that's how Lucas is. And so Billy not really having a direction, how could he parent a kid brother that, again, has less direction?
Right.
So the fact that I just couldn't believe, I couldn't believe that he was giving him a beer. I was like, we're really going to keep pushing beers on this? Like,
yeah, but they've been drinking
kid?
the whole time.
The whole
together.
time, I know.
This is what they do.
Right, and just like I'm seeing it actually in person and the way it goes each time. It's like, oh, here, have a beer. I'm like, oh,
right.
It's like that at home.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They chill out. They work on their cars. They have some beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coach. Let's talk about Coach.
Love Coach.
We love Coach. She's such a babe.
She's such a babe.
Yeah. Coach meets with Jason, and he throws out the idea of him coming to homecoming. It would mean so much to the team and to him. So Jason discusses this with his parents, and his dad feels he should go while his mom feels it's too soon. What do we think about this? Is it too soon? Should he go? Should he not go?
I mean,
we know what happens, but
we know what happens. I think emotionally, it was probably too soon for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Michelle and I are talking off mic. It's probably been about a month since he's been at rehab.
Right.
Maybe 4 weeks, maybe a little bit more. So, like, he hasn't really. I mean, he's thriving in rehab. He's doing really well, and he's very focused. I mean, that's Jason Street. But like emotionally, he hasn't really like had to experience football again. And
also a massive game.
And a huge crowd. And like
homecoming.
it panic struck me when he goes out on the field and it's quiet. I mean, like for like theatrical purposes, like they don't play any music, they don't do anything until they announce his name. But I was just like, oh my God, like nobody knows how to react to Jason in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But then of course, and then when they were cheering, I was like, wow, fucking baby.
Right. So Jason, as we know and we see, he's growing suspicious about what he saw last week.
And he doesn't know if he should come clean and tell someone.
Right. So he's growing suspicious of seeing Lila and Tim say goodbye and how they say goodbye. It was a very long embrace, this hug that lingered too long. So he ends up telling Herc about homecoming and his concerns about Lila and Tim, which at first Herc, when he hears about the homecoming part, he's like, I don't think you should go because you're just going to be treated as a mascot. But then when he mentions...
And Jason doesn't like that. He's like, oh, no, I won't. They're honoring me.
Right.
But essentially, I think that's probably what Jason thought was going to happen.
Well, yes. And I think also the whole, I don't know if I want to be back where I once was celebrated and now I have to be where I think my girlfriend and best friend are sleeping together. So Herc suggests, no, you have to go.
You have to see if they're like making googly eyes.
You have to go. You definitely should go because you have to see, what's going on with your perfect little girlfriend. Jason has two scenes with Lila. One, the first one, they're in the pool together and he actually questions her to see lightly, how often do you see Tim? And
she's a good fucking liar.
Well, listen, this is a scene, they're in a pool together. So
they're not facing each other.
Exactly. So there's no eye contact. So you don't have to read a face.
No, but her voice was very calm and still. And she's like, oh, not just as much as we did before.
Right. And quickly changes the subject.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's on the phone with her after talking to Herc and after being in the pool with her. And he's trying to decide if he should go to homecoming. And
Of course she wants him to go.
of course she wants him to go. And he's still on the fence about it. And he's like, do you think everybody else wants me to go? And she goes, everybody wants you there.
Everyone.
I want you there. So he decides to go. Coach is preparing for the game with the team, and Grady, as well as Lucas, shows up to practice one day to watch the boys. Lucas has lunch with Coach to tell him that he actually doesn't have an insurance company, and actually he doesn't even have a job at all. He never graduated college, and he has a 4-year-old son that he barely sees, and then he asks Coach for a job.
He's like, I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but like, can I put you on the spot and get me a job?
Which Coach is totally taken aback by this and discusses it with Tammy at home. And she says it's the saddest thing she's ever heard.
I was like, oh, really? That's the saddest thing?
But like you said earlier, how that's the problem with this town. We idolize these boys. Then they leave
she
Dylan.
Had the best quote of the whole episode.
They go into the real world and they realize, oh, shit, I'm not on a pedestal.
I don't know how to do anything for myself.
Yeah. And Coach just doesn't understand. He's like, I worked with him for like a little bit. It's not my responsibility. Right. And so it turns out that the budget is too tight and he can't give a job to Lucas. And he's so pissed and questions him.
Did you even ask? How rude are you? You're such an ungrateful
Holy
bastard.
Shit. I think because in his mind,
he's like fight or flight too. Like, what do? I have no job. I have a kid.
Right. And back in Dylan and the town is honoring him.
They love me here. Of course I'll get a job here.
Of course I'll get a job. It's a no-brainer. So that's just like, he's so ungrateful. He pissed me off so much.
Oh, I didn't like him.
Yeah. Especially when Coach is like, listen, if you look around and you get anything.
If you need a word from me, I'll help you.
And he's like, don't hold your breath. Boy, bye.
Yeah, he's rude.
Anyway, Smash is determined to make this list. So before the game, we see him studying in the locker room with a Panther playbook and his Bible next to him.
So sweet.
And Coach tells him, listen, you need to focus on your playing. Don't worry about the book. Don't worry about the coaches. Don't worry about the scouts. You just focus on, it.
And he's like, there'll be more.
Yeah.
He's not the only guy.
Right. So then Grady visits with Smash at his home and his mom and to discuss the future. And Smash is like, look at all these colleges I got into. He puts out, and Grady's like, that's great. Like anybody who can play the way you play gets these letters in junior year. Right. You need to really show up. I need to see how you play tonight. And honestly, I'm concerned about your size. So I'm watching you closely. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah, this is... this kid was set up to fail.
Yeah. So we reach game day. The Panthers are taking on the Larrabee Lions, in case you were wondering.
Larrabee. All these town names.
Yeah.
Just every time you say it,
Tigers.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of like names. We're just like the Longwood Lions, like.
Well, they're the Larrabee Lions.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
We just don't know these names.
No, we just don't know these names, and they just sound so foreign to me.
I actually don't know other teams on Long Island.
Mascots, yeah.
What was Pat Med's?
No clue.
And I wonder what Newfield was.
Yeah, I
only know Stony Brook Seawolves.
Seawolves, I know.
And Suffolk had an eagle. No,
possibly.
St. Joe's had an eagle.
Guys, in the chat, let us know what your high school name and mascot is. I'm just curious.
Stony Brook's college, but I don't even know my college's mascot.
No.
Woo! Anyway, Jason makes his appearance on the field, and it is fucking emotional.
It's so emotional. He can't keep it together because, I mean, it's such a powerful moment.
Yeah.
He's the one that's opening up the tarp and like coming out, and he's like, here I am. And then everyone starts cheering and clapping and standing for him. And like, how could you not cry?
How could you not cry?
If I was in the audience, I would have been in a ball, fetal position.
What I love about the audience, we see Landry. We see Grandma. We see Smash's mom. Like everybody's there.
Yeah, I know we do. We see everyone.
It's great. I'm glad everybody is there. I'm glad we actually get, whether or not these scenes maybe were reused as B-roll.
Oh, maybe.
You know what I mean? Or was this actually done? I don't know. I would love to know insight on how they filmed these games. And and the audience scenes. Yeah.
I have some teams. We have the Cougars, the Braves, the Flaming Arrows. Oh, yeah. Randy's with the Flaming Arrows.
Flaming Arrows?
Sachem.
Oh, my God. He was a Sachem kid? He's a rival.
He is one of our rivals. I mean, we didn't go to high school at the same time, but
no.
Yeah. Fun.
Flaming Arrows.
It's kind of a cool name.
Was your mascot like literally just a giant tall arrow on fire? Because ours was a lion, and that makes sense to me.
No, I think it was like a
Cupid?
No, not a Cupid.
Fran,
let us know. We'll get a picture of it.
Okay, so the Panthers start out horribly. Smash's head is not in the game because he's focused too much on how he's playing, and Grady is standing right on the...
He's doing the exact opposite of what Coach told him to do.
Grady's right on the sideline, right next to Buddy. We got to put
with
Buddy
the
in here.
clipboard. Fucking Buddy.
Buddy didn't do anything this episode, but he's there.
He did nothing this episode, but he was there, and he did not need to be on the field. You're not a coach. You're nowhere near a coach.
He's head booster.
I hate him.
I know.
And I don't hate people
It was
easily.
funny, though, in the beginning of the episode during homecoming when we hear the narration of the 2000 state game.
Every single word.
Mouthing every word. This is a Buddy Garrity moment.
Made me want to throw up.
Anyway, okay, so halfway comes halftime. Coach gives a talk to Smash. And he says, you don't play for anybody else. You don't play for UT. You play for the Panthers. So pretty much get your shit together.
He said, or I'm going to make some changes.
Well, he makes the changes. He puts Riggins in, and Smash doesn't play for the second half of the game.
Which killed him.
Yeah, but...
I mean, of course it would kill him.
Right, but Riggins saves the game.
What? This kid is
Panthers
good?
Win. What? Coach congratulates the whole team after and gives the winning ball to Tim, which everyone's like, speech.
He's like, I'm not really good in them words. The words I gotta say.
But he gives a really, really heartfelt speech about how Jason is the heart of the team and he loves him like a brother and he deserves the ball.
Oh my God. And more waterworks.
So what did you think? Did you think Jason appreciated this? Because Smash, we see him leave.
Says, please take it. Like almost like he wasn't going to take it. And I'm like, is that because you don't trust Tim right now and you don't want like to share this moment with him?
Jason said it?
No, like I'm thinking like, well, Tim said to Jason, please take it.
Right.
Like Jason wasn't taking it at first. And I was like, is that because he's like on to Tim? Or is that just because he feels overwhelmed with just like the whole experience? It's probably a little bit of both.
Right.
And so I feel as much as Tim has done wrong, he genuinely loves this boy. This is his soul brother. He loves him. And I'm sure he's showing his love even more so because he's so guilty.
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting moment. And like it was emotional too when Jason does take it and he like they kind of like look at each other and Jason's like, you motherfucker, like I know something's going on here. He's like, you guys celebrate. I'm keeping my eye on that one.
Even that was emotional because even after a big game he can't even go and celebrate with them.
Right.
He can't go to the party.
No, he has to go back to rehab.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as we said, Smash rushes out of the field house. He's disappointed. He's frustrated himself. When he goes to his mom, she tries to console him. And he goes, I'm the meal ticket to this family and you know it. And she's like, that's not true. And he goes, yeah, it is. You know it. And she's so sad. You see his sisters tearing up in the background. He then goes to Grady Hunt's hotel room.
Oh,
and
this is so awkward.
I know. And he tries to talk to him and see if there's any way he can get on that list. Like he knows he didn't play a good game, but is there any way to get on that list in January? And Grady tells him, you have work to do. You got to work on your size and strength.
You're still too small.
He's too small. No, you're not. You're not.
He's not.
Anyway, Tyra and Billy throw a major rager.
It's a huge rager. They make a load of money.
Yeah.
And counting. Like she was only counting what they made there. And then he like threw all these like piles of mounds of money at her.
Yeah. No, they made a lot of money. They made over $4,000 from this party.
And they're just going to split it evenly?
They're going to split it evenly. You know, at first he's like, how do I know I can trust you? And she goes, how do I know I can trust you?
Right.
But they can. During this party, though, we have a little Matt and Julie scene.
Mooly.
Throughout, I think Sailor.
Sailor,
yeah. Throughout this episode, though, Landry is there and nagging him.
He's
you
like,
have your
"Make a
mojo.
move. Make a
Let's
move."
do it. Ask Julie out on that date. And so he tries,
He's like,
and then he goes,
"Mum."
well, he tries to ask her out on a date, and he goes, wait, never mind. Probably not a good idea. And we don't get her answer.
We don't get the answer. What kind of shit is that?
We'll have to see.
We'll see.
Our
But he's just like, I don't know, like the way
will
he's
go on a date with me, and then never mind. It's probably a bad idea.
I just love the way he talks.
I know. Our episode comes to an end. We see Smash injecting steroids in his bedroom.
We knew this was coming, right?
Yeah.
A sports drama. Someone's
Sure.
having to take the roids.
When I watched it the first time, I didn't see it coming.
No, I didn't see it coming right here and then, but to make a prediction about the whole show, like, yeah, of course someone wants to take
Someone's
steroids.
going to take something
Yeah.
at some point. It's really heartbreaking, though, because he's doing it in his bedroom and his mom's calling for him. And then we have a zoom in on his face.
Painful.
And it's just painful. This show, as I watched this episode for the third time in my life today,
Yeah.
it's really hard to capture it as me recapping it for you. You have to just watch it.
Just have to watch it. Yeah.
It's so well portrayed. And Liz was saying, I wish they zoomed out a little bit. And I said, no. Mm-mm.
Just a little bit.
No.
Just sometimes a little bit.
That's the beauty of the show, is seeing like the reaction on their faces.
No, I totally get that.
I know.
But like for me to
love
get like
it.
the picture of the scene, like where are we? Where are their
It
the
doesn't
body
matter.
language? It's
It
just
doesn't
like
matter.
so zoomed in the face.
So good. You see like the reaction. And I pointed this out, like all of these guys who have failed themselves for future. Well, maybe not Buddy, but Buddy's just like has this ego the size of Texas.
Yeah.
All zooming in on their rings.
Yes.
All on their rings. Like
Still.
it's so still.
Years
They
later.
idolize-
Like, this is,
And it's kind of like to bring in our other child, which we usually do, Dan Scott
yeah.
with the Ravens.
You harp. You can't
You
let it
harp,
go.
You can't let go of what was once in your high school
You're
career.
golden. You're the year you peaked. The golden year of
That's
your
right.
of your life.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
don't let that go. And so mostly all of the olderish gentlemen in the town are like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sad. They need to move on.
I know. That's the end of our summary. We're going to take a short break and we're going to come back with Newbie Corner and all of your questions. Welcome back from break. Little BTS, we rarely take breaks when we say we're taking a break. And this time we actually took a break.
This time we actually did take a break.
We sure did. All right, we're going to start off with our newbie corner, Lisa.
Lisa, is she still hating on Tyra?
Okay, she does. So Lisa sent all of her comments, which I sent her an email back, and I said how entertained I am by her commentary, and I laugh every week. And I hope you didn't take offense to that, Lisa. It brings me such joy to read her commentary.
Well, this is what we're looking for.
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She cracks me up. She said about Tyra, but she says that I don't hate all the kids. This was a follow-up. Remember, she hated all the kids. That's what she said last week. She just doesn't like what they are doing. She
course.
likes Matt and Landry and Julie, even though I'm waiting for that shoe to drop. Thank you so much, Bill Bob, for putting that in.
Yeah, he stirred up something.
Yeah, I know. But thank you, Lisa, for giving us that. She also said they didn't expect Street to accuse Lila and Tim, but I wish he had pushed harder on Lila. But I don't think she will crack. I think Tim is going to be the one who tells him.
Yeah, Tim's going to crack much easier than Lila.
I was glad Street went to the game, but I wish Tim had kept the game ball. I know he had good intentions, but that had to make Jason feel horrible. Like every game he goes to, he's going to get a ball because they feel bad he's not playing anymore.
Absolutely.
I don't think he will go to any more games, or at least not for a while.
I agree. And I think it's best off.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, this is homecoming. I'll be here, but until I feel ready, I'm not going to go.
Jess says, I feel like the beginning exchange with Lila and Tim is odd, considering in episode 6, we see them hugging goodbye. And then when they talk at the pep rally, it seems like something else has happened.
Yeah. That's why I kind of felt like we
This
were like a
was
little bit of a flashback.
Right. And this was such a good point that I didn't even realize, Jess. And so I'm so glad you brought this up. Because they left off on such a good note. And
yeah,
then
like
for him
the
to be
friendship
judging.
hug, my quotes. Yeah, which just means like, I'm here for you kind of thing,
Right.
but we're not doing this anymore. But I think she's also masking her feelings for him with like her disgust
Exactly.
for him. So she's like, let me just throw whatever I can at him and badmouth him to his face. Maybe he'll change, but he never will. And then
Right.
he changes. She's like, oh shit, now I'm falling
Well,
more
she
for
doesn't
him.
know he changed.
Right. Well, I'm assuming this is going to be like a thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you think Coach actually looked into a job for Lucas?
I don't. I don't. But I don't blame him for not looking for a job for Lucas. Or maybe he didn't. He might have like put the feelers out, but like didn't actually push for anything. So maybe he did, but he didn't try hard enough. And I think obviously Lucas was upset about that.
Right.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Lucas, get your own job.
Jess also says, I spoke to both my boss and a high school friend of mine. Both played football and or college football. They both said the way that Coach Taylor yells, speaks to his players is very accurate and is supposedly motivating. My friend who played at my high school down in the South here in North Carolina. My boss played in New England, which wasn't as intense. Apparently the South, the more intense, and Florida and Texas are the worst, which Bill Bob said.
Yeah.
Kaylee also sent insight on this, which I'm so glad we're getting insight because I was wondering this about the coaches.
Yeah.
As I watched the first time through, I always turned to my husband and asked if this is true to what it's like playing football in high school. He was a football player all throughout high school himself. He can confirm that in this part of the country, we live in Oklahoma, it is totally accurate to what it's like being in a big football town. The way that coaches yell and get into the players in the locker room is very accurate as well. Also, coming from a small town myself, the show hits close to home with how the town rallies around people like Jason with the benefit pancake breakfast and all that goes in with that.
Okay.
She wants to know, since we know Matt's dad is overseas in the military, where do you think his mom is?
It could go a couple of ways. My heart of hearts tells me she lives in another state. Like they're divorced and they got divorced when he was young, maybe because he decided he was, he's going into the military and they couldn't make it work long distance or something. But this Matt's grandma is his dad's mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or I don't want to predict her to be passed away.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's his mother.
I would assume
because
so.
Because of the way they spoke on the phone about it.
Yeah. It would hurt me to not wish her, but predict that she is passed away. I feel like we would have heard about that a little bit more. So I feel like maybe his mom's just not around.
Yeah.
Because they're separated. I don't know. I don't like that though. I don't like that prediction, but like I don't really have a better one at the moment.
Okay, that's all right. It'll come.
Okay.
Yeah. Will wants to know, where does Smash go from here? Will the steroids tear him down or build him up? And then Jess had a follow-up. For how long do you think Smash will get away with taking steroids before getting caught?
A few. I hope we don't prolong this because I don't like to see when people are hurting themselves to further their careers, but maybe 2 to 3 max, and maybe
2 to 3 episodes. Okay.
Episodes. Is it going to be like Coach who realizes that he's having a problem, or is it going to be maybe I don't know if it's going to be his mother. Maybe it's like Tim. Maybe it's another guy in the locker room that's happens to see something. Maybe it's Tim. I'm going to predict that it was Tim. Tim's going to see it, and maybe it'll bring their relationship a little bit closer.
Do you think this is something that will be swept under the rug since he's a key player? That favoritism.
Not with Tammy. Tammy's not going to do it. If she knows that this is happening, she's going to fight for there to be some consequences.
Yeah.
Michelle's face. I'm just like, I got this.
I don't remember.
Remember.
I'm just smiling to smile.
She's like, yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. Keely says, as someone who grew up playing sports and a collegiate sports fan, my heart is breaking for this kid.
Yeah.
I know how much he loves football, and I understand the pressure to perform to get a scholarship, but this is not the way. I wish he could have just gone to his mama or Coach Taylor. I do hope Smash gets a scholarship to play college ball, and I hope he seeks out help before he seriously hurts himself.
Agreed. And I know for a fact that he's going to get more offers and he's going to get into a college that wants him and is going to give him a big scholarship and he's going to be fine. He just took this one really hard.
Yeah.
And it was once he learned like, okay, I'm not going to impress everyone and I just do the best I can. You know, the lessons we learn as adults, like just do the best I can.
Right.
He eventually will get into a good school and he'll be happy. But yeah, the steroids thing, it hurts. It hurts me to see like he had felt like he had no other option.
I know. And like his mom and his sisters just like, you're okay. You're fine. We'll make this work. And him just being like so disappointed that he let his mom down.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get my mom a house.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure.
Pony and cars, you know.
And it's like he's a big team player.
Yeah.
He loves the team. And I don't even think it was like I let my team down. Like this episode, it was, oh my God, what's my family going to do?
Right.
Which so much pressure for a kid. I mean, him and Matt are like almost in similar boats with like having all of these kids have so much pressure. I shouldn't even say that. Like, well, then I think about like, well, Tim, you know, they all have so much freaking pressure on them.
Yeah. That
one of them is bound to really end up in a bad situation, like hurt or dead or, you know, God forbid, something like that. I don't wish it, obviously, but the way things are going, there's so much stress that someone's bound to crack.
Right. Tish wants to know, do you think Julie and Matt will ever go on that date?
I do. The more I see them, the more I'm like, eh. I think because like nothing is happening yet and I'm like waiting for it. And of course they have to like, end on this cliffhanger of like, does she say yes? I think she will say yes, but I think it's going to be a struggle to get even just to that first date. Like, all right, so she said yes. So how are we going to set up this date? So you want to go to dinner? Like it's going to be like 2 weeks. He's like, so, you know, like dinner, movie. Like I think it's just going to take them both a long time.
Yeah.
But it's sweet and innocent in that way. You know, Matt is just, he's a peach. She's adorable.
How long will Tim stop drinking for?
I hope forever. I hope for a decent amount of episodes. And then once Jason knows, he's going to go right back because he doesn't know how to cope.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't know how to cope.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Vic wants to know, have you ever been to a party where you stayed until the next day?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Slept at her house every single weekend. I mean, like parties. Never outside though. I never slept outside like these people. I mean, I slept like on, you know, in between table. Like I've slept pretty much on any kind of inside facet, like, but never outside.
And I think also you just come home at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, or you just come home really early. Oh, that sucks.
There's a couple of those for sure. Like you just stay up all night.
Yeah, and you're just like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go home now.
That's it. And you just feel like awful.
Awful. Yeah.
Do you like Tyra and Billy's friendship? I know you're getting creeper vibes.
It's a little creepy. It's a little creepy for me. Michelle was trying to explain that she has been, I mean, obviously she grew up in this town. Her and Tim dated, she says, for a year.
Yeah.
So she probably was at Billy's a lot. He knows her, but like they're now starting to know each other on a different level, I think. Unless that's what I'm seeing, but maybe I'm misinterpreting.
No, she says, wow, I dated Tim for a year and I learned more about the Riggins in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Plus, like Mindy and Billy are in the same age group.
Right. They seem like they might have went to high school together.
Right. They
dated?
But they know each other. They know of each other.
Right.
It's the same town. They frequent each other's bar.
So I'm trying not to think of it as in a creepy way.
I get it.
But I think if anything, he's going to be just like a good year. You know, she's got a lot of issues. He has a lot of issues too. Like, they're just be good friends with each other.
Business partners.
Yeah. I could totally see like down the line Tyra being like this like huge like party executive. It's not even a job. Like just like really good at like planning event, like an event planner, or like for people like in LA. Like she's gonna go to LA and she's gonna be like this high power like celebrity.
I love it for you, sweetie.
I love it for her. But she's good at it. She's good. She's like, you need 16 kegs. Trust me, I know this.
Mm-hmm. They got 22.
Yeah.
And Billy's like shitting bricks. He's like, are people actually going to show up? Because it's so far away. Everyone's going to go to the dance. And she's like, she was so confident. I mean, he's the one who gave her the idea, but then she's like, oh, we got this.
Yeah.
Even that flyer that was so plain and simple.
She has a lot of, I mean, we know her self-worth is low, but confidence in like the things that she's skilled at.
Yeah.
Which is really good to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully she just needs to bring that over into her like personal life.
Yes.
Her love life.
Yes. Kim says it's homecoming week. Our homecoming was a big deal. We would dress up in different themes and have different activities to participate in throughout the week. Friday afternoon would be the huge pep rally in the gym. I even made homecoming court my senior year.
Aww.
The show made my high school homecoming nothing compared to theirs. Did your high school have a huge homecoming? Liz, take it away.
She always does that to me.
I don't know.
Well, was Spirit Week, was that during homecoming?
Did that?
Like Olympic night? Was that wasn't earlier in the year, so that probably would have been.
I feel like Spirit Week maybe went up to homecoming and then Olympic night was different.
Yes, so we had Olympic night, which was all the classes had a theme, and in the, I was going to call it the auditorium, in the gymnasium, on each side of the bleachers was the sophomores, the seniors, the freshmen, and the juniors, and everyone was in their theme of that year. So like my high school, my graduating year, we were class of 07, so we were 007. So we had like the fake like James Bond suit shirt, and like everyone decorated it, and like you would compete against all of your grades. It was fun. That was like the most fun I think I ever had in high school. I didn't go to that. Any of them?
No.
Not one?
Liz, my crowd did not participate. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. You know my crowd. I'm still friends with them.
I know.
Now, though, I would totally go
I know.
to
You
that.
love to compete.
I do. It reminds me, when I was 21, my friends and I had the beer Olympics.
Yeah.
Did you participate in that?
I wasn't there, no.
And we were grouped up. We made our own teams, and we each wore a certain color. I was on the purple team.
Purple team.
Like, fucking dominated beer pong, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. We should recreate this.
Well, I wanted to do beer Olympics for our Memorial Day party last time, but it didn't happen. But like next year, we should do it.
We should do it. Yeah, it would be really fun. Yeah, but we did have like a homecoming week.
Yeah,
but like as far as like homecoming, I honestly don't even think I went.
Would marching band be a part of that though?
We did, but I don't. I honestly don't.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I was like essentially a part of the marching band, but I honestly don't remember. I don't remember any huge things for homecoming. I could be mistaken, but that's just my memory, and it's not a good brain.
Yeah. Okay, so music in this episode, we had Drive-By Truckers, The Gourds, The Black Keys, The Black Angels.
Oh.
Some quotes. What do you have?
Let me get my book. I had two quotes that I liked. Obviously, the one by Tammy, which I didn't get exact, but this town turns them into idols.
I have, you got a list. I don't want to be on it. I want to be number one.
Because you obviously got the mojo.
I love you like a brother. Like a brother, 6.
Oh. What number is Riggins? 3?
30.
Oh, I'll go 3. 33 and Jason 6.
Mm-hmm. And
Smash
20.
And what about Saracen? Was Saracen in the 30 something, I thought?
What do we think?
Does anyone know, guys?
Quick Google search.
Google. Vic
7.
says 33 is Riggins.
Right? 7.
7 is Saracen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering, because like that's all interchangeable, like first name, last name, number.
It's, to keep up with who we calling who
we calling who.
I also have Wish You Would Work With Me, Romeo. And then That's What I Do. I pry, I prod, I wheedle. Landry is me. That is me to a T with all of my friends. Yeah, Landry, I have to just give. He's just the entertainment and
He's great.
comic relief of this series.
Yeah, I enjoy him a lot.
Highly enjoy him. All right, MVP and shittiest. Do you have yours?
I do. I had to cross it out. I wasn't sure what the MVP. It was a tough one for me.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a Fuse.
Oh,
first time Fuse on this podcast. It's been a while. I don't even think I did a few. I haven't done a Fuse since like at least season 4 of Gossip Girl.
I haven't done a Fuse since OC word.
Really?
Word. OC times. I don't have I Fused.
I'm gonna bring back a Fuse. A Fuse is obviously, guys, 2 names fused into one. Then we have to like think for a second of like the name that it's gonna be.
How to say it? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Tarek. Oh, you said Tim.
Yeah, of course.
I said Eric and Tammy.
Good one.
The dream team.
We had 4 for Tyra. 4 for Tim, 1 for Tyra.
Oh, Tyra's a good one.
Yeah, she did great.
I just really enjoyed the Tammy one line in this episode. Like, I was like, that she gets it.
She's queen.
She gets it.
She's queen.
And Eric, I felt like he didn't let the Lucas kid kind of push him around a little bit and make him. He stuck to his guns, and he was trying to give Smash the best advice he possibly could. Obviously, we know Smash didn't really take it, but he's like, there will be others. You just focus on this one game. So I really liked him. But Tyra's a really good choice, and Tim's a really good choice. It's hard for me to pick Tim and Lila because they're like, doing something dirty.
But Tim,
I know he's great.
As much
I love him.
Tim is just as guilty as Lila, and it hurts because we see that. But I much more enjoy Tim over Lila.
Oh, 100%. Lila is a struggle bus. And I know I'm not alone. I mean, it's like a thing that keeps coming up on this podcast.
Right.
But she
irritates.
Irritating. That's the word. The perfect word. She's irritating.
I know. Yeah. Let's go into shittiest.
We had a lot of Tims in the chat as well. Shittiest. Ready?
Yeah.
Good. 3, 2, 1. Lucas.
So we had 2 for Lila, 1 for Smash, 1 for Lucas, and then Lisa's
Tyra.
Buddy. I don't remember if he did anything, but he's a shit. So I'm giving it to him.
That's me every week. I mean, again, blue ribbon, Buddy. Why are you on the field?
Yeah, why are you on the field? Lila, the way you reacted to Tim in the beginning, and then you kind of just bothered me a little bit with the whole Jason thing.
Yeah.
And how she's acting. You can't just hit it and forget it.
Right. I almost wish she would, though. I know we're not going to. I had a glimmer of hope when she was like, "You're disgusting. Get your life together." I was like, she's over it. She's over it. But I know she's not. And it bothers me. And I really wish she would be, because I'm so sick of them two already. I'm done. I'm so done, because it's wrong on so many levels. And I just don't really feel that connection there. I mean, I've been saying this since the first day. So.
Right.
We had some Lucases and Lila.
Yes. Well, Lucas for sure. I mean, ungrateful little ass.
Entitled jerk.
Yeah. Let's go into a booster of the week. Who are we supported by this week, Liz?
Booster of the week. You're a total booster.
We are supported by a newer pledge. Kate, you know how many Kates we have? Katie, Kate, Catherine's on this.
I know. It's the
network.
K team.
We have all the Ks. But I titled her Share.
Share?
Yeah, because she loves Clueless just like we do. And she sent us a really sweet email about how she found the network and how much she loves Clueless and her journey with that. And then, even sweeter, she said, I actually have a sweatshirt from Total Betty. She even got one before she was a pledge, which is so sweet. And she's like, I have one that's too big, so can we give it to someone else? So I'm like, hell yeah, you sweetie pie. So hi, Kate. We're so excited you're here, and we are just looking forward to getting to know you more.
Thank you so much. Share.
Because she's blonde,
Yes. I want to wish a very happy birthday to two December babies, Vic and Kaylee.
Woohoo!
We hope you have a great birthday in the upcoming week. And thank you so much for being part of the Patreon network.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you. All right, let's see. I'm going to give you a look into next game's playbook. Here we go. This is exciting because Anthony, aka husband, aka our music composer, will be joining us for this episode, and this will be the last episode
of the year
of 2021. Holy shit.
Remember when I started playing this episode before? We were doing our Discord chat, and Michelle's like, "You got it queued?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I start playing it. She's like, "This is the wrong episode."
This is why I will just control on Friday Night Nights, because
I'm just used to
you're just taking the controller. I'm like, let's see, we're not on the right one. All right, so here it is, Season 1, Episode 8, Crossing the Line.
Ooh.
Your 4 words: confrontation, betrayal, donation, and punch. So while you marinate, Tish says Smash will keep doing steroids until Matt catches him. Matt. And had to decide between telling Coach or keeping Smash's secret.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's what Tish says.
That's a great prediction.
I thought so.
I think that's a great prediction. And of course, it puts Matt in that moral dilemma. Him and Smash are starting to get close.
Here's that moral dilemma.
And
what do I do?
What do I do? Do I do what's right for me or for what's right for the team? That's a really good prediction, Tish. Confrontation. Are we going to have the confrontation? Is it going to be Tim and Jason confrontation, or is it going to be a Lila and Jason confrontation? Or is it them together, like all 3 are in the same room? Not sure. Betrayal. I mean, that could go with that. It could go with, as Tish predicted, like Matt betraying Smash's trust because he knows he's taking the steroids. Donation. We already had the pancake breakfast for Jason. That was already a donation. Are they going to do that again? Maybe not for Jason. Maybe for... Maybe this somehow ties in with like the Tyra stuff. Like, is she gonna start I don't want to say like a fake charity. That's really terrible. Donation.
We'll see.
That one's I'm struggling. Punch. Oh, who's gonna be punching? I mean, I think Jason would love to punch Tim. I think he should punch Tim. Is it Tim throwing a punch at someone else? Oh, I could predict so many different.
Who do you want to punch?
I want Jason to punch Tim.
Okay,
of course.
But you think Tim will throw a punch?
But I think Tim's just going to throw a punch. Like, he's going to get heated on the field somewhere and throw a punch because he's not drinking.
Okay, so he has to get his anger out
on something
and
else,
his sexual
and his
tension. Right?
Hell yeah,
yeah. Good predictions. You did well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know what time it is. You've made it to this part of the episode where we beg for your podcast reviews. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, pause it right now. If you're enjoying, rate us 5 stars. Tap those stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, you submitted.
Yeah, when you get to 5, you just
it goes. It says it goes. Leave us a review. Let us know if you're enjoying the show. We want to hear your comments, your reviews, all of it. Send us an email, but with your questions. But in honesty, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show grow. It helps us get on the charts, helps us get seen, and then more people can find us. You know the spiel by now. We did get a new review.
I have a meaty review. I'm excited to read.
A meaty one.
Amazing podcast, Essential Listening. Clary Worley. This is a review from the UK.
Oh,
very excited.
Thank you.
5 stars. I absolutely love Total Betty podcast, and after listening to Let's Talk OC and 3 Gossip Girls and being a fan of the shows, I was so excited to try this one as it is a brand new show to me. For the first time, it's so nice to listen from this perspective and to be a newbie. Michelle and Liz instantly make you feel like they are longtime friends, and the community feels is just addictive. It's the equivalent of sitting down with a friend, having a chat, and gives you that warm, comforting feeling as you listen. I am so excited to continue listening week by week as I get into this program and love theorizing for what's to come in the future. I feel like I'm totally immersed listening and watching simultaneously this way. The format couldn't be better, and if you have never listened, I could not encourage you enough to try. Inside jokes. Thank you so much.
It just makes me laugh because I'm like, here we are going to change
the format up, but thank you.
Thank you no, seriously, thank you so much for leaving that review. That melted our hearts when that came through. Yeah. It means a lot. And we appreciate everyone who's listening. Make sure you're downloading the episodes, you're subscribed, following on Spotify, all that stuff. Yeah. All right, so before we end for this evening, I have Will's football poetry corner.
Oh, yes! I'm so into this.
What took me so long?
Right? Yes.
Run and shoot offense.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This offensive system,
You're trying to trick you.
Asks wide receivers to move their positions before the snap of the ball and then adjust their routes on the fly depending on what the defensive backs are doing. Tim adjusted his drinking habits on the fly when he read that Lila doesn't want a drunk as a fuckboy.
Yes.
Now he's a sober football machine scoring touchdowns faster than he can down a Lone Star beer.
Love it. This was a really good one.
Sum up of this episode, Will.
Yeah, thank you, Will.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Now you guys at home have to do that every time we have a Will's treat corner, poetry corner. It's always a treat though.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening this week. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to the chat. Thank you for joining us live. If you're interested in the other events that we offer, check out TotalBettyPodcastNetwork.com. We have some fun things happening still in December. We're having a trivia night. When you're listening to this, it'll be tomorrow. So if you're
join us.
Of the Upper East Siders tier, come join us for that. We're doing a holiday movie trivia. We also offer Birthday Club, live podcasts, like we said, and you get all the episodes a day earlier.
Yes.
So, I mean, who doesn't want to listen to us even earlier than you actually can?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week with Husband.
Woohoo! Thank you so much for listening to Talking Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. You can email us at talkingtexasforever@gmail.com. If you're interested in seeing what we do with this show and all of our others, head over to Instagram at Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.